Hello dear render to another Slumber video. In this week's video, I'm going to put a tier list of all slimes in the Slumber 2. So I'm ranking all the current slimes in Slumber 2 into a tier list. The peak, the God tier, I don't know what S stands for, but to the bottom low F for failure of whichever slime. And I don't think, spoiler, I don't think any of these slimes are big failures. It's just more of a, not ones that I don't really like. So, of course, let's start with the cotton slime classic one. Now, I could go with the B because it matches with the yellow color. But in the game, this is the most common slime you see similar to the pink slime. So, it's similar. Because of that, I don't know. Its plot value is not very high, but how it's animated in the game, just how the little guy just jumps around, they're just so darn cute. You gotta admit that. Okay, for C, I would have put the pink slime in that category, but because it's a cotton, it's a bunny, you can't go wrong. So I'll go with the B for the cute curly cotton boy. Next, we got the Angler Boy, and over time, this slime kind of grew on me. At first, when this slime was introduced in the trailer, I wasn't really a fan of it, but it kind of grew on me, maybe because it's a cute little fishy slime, something that we haven't seen, nor unsure if these slime seeds even exist in the world of Slime Ranchers. So technically, we now have a fishy boy, and it's harder to know what to put this little guy. Now, I'm gonna probably put it right next to the cotton. The main reason is because, well, it's sheer cuteness. Whenever it tries to stuns you or anyone, any other thing, it essentially stuns itself. It's just so darn adorable. You gotta admit that. Now, next we got the bad boy, Batty. Now, this one, the Batty, I'm not against the bat. It's really cute. I love it, especially with the merch that comes out. In game, it doesn't really give much benefit. It could only really thrive in pure darkness. So I'm probably go below the C tier. I don't hate it, but sometimes I don't love it a whole lot. It's just one of those slimes that it doesn't really appeal to me, but it is still cute, absolutely. I just realized that a lot of these slimes are based on real life, animals on Earth. At first, I wasn't a big fan of that sort of design, but as I thought about it, perhaps that's what Rainbow Island is. Slimes that are similar to us because of the environment. I don't know, but try and make sense of things. Anyway, next, the Flutter slime. This little boy, I like this boy. It's a cute little orange with wings. Downside is that, yes, I'm putting D tier because its only main diet is the nectar. That's the main problem. I don't know what poor evolution this slime decided to, put all its food stats on just one single main diet, which is nectar. An item that only appears at night in certain areas in Starlight Strands. The only exception is its larval variations, but even still, just by itself, it's just a pain in the butt to maintain with having a buttload of nectar. So I'm going to put down D tier. I don't hate the design. I just hate its main diet. Okay, the Ringtail is kind of similar in the Flutter category, that it doesn't have a favorite, but it's mischievous. But what's cool about it is that when exposed to sunlight, it turned into stone. It's similar to a gargoyle. The more I think about it, this slime technically is a gargoyle. You think about it, it's a much more cuter way. I don't know what point of time Part decided to make this slime turn to stone, but hey, now we have this little guy. For how it is, I would say it's right next to the Batty. I don't hate it. It's a great it's slime. If you want to dump anything you have too much food, I usually just dump stuff to the ringtail slime, just because it is cute. Like I love its little fluffy tail. And when you do find it in the wild, either through stone or in sheer darkness, like this little guy is pretty mischievous. They tend to steal food and stuff. Like it's nothing much. Now the Saber one. Some of you might think like, why are you putting Saber in this list? Like Saber was in the game since the first one. Yes, technically we only saw its Largo variations, not its vanilla form. In Slumber 2, they brought this big boy back as, its purest form, the actual Saber slime. So I think it would technically count as a Slime Rancher 2 sort of slime. Yes, it was kind of in the first game, but at the same time, it wasn't. If you kind of understand what I mean. In the sequel, they kind of made it a lot more different. It's similar to the first, but it's a little different now that this slime can, roar, do more things. So, I do like the Saber slime. I'm not gonna lie, it's cute, but I'm like in love. So I'm probably going to put it right next to the Batty and the Ringtail. Yeah, like its plort value is pretty high, so like I don't know. I'm gonna put on C to be safe, I guess. Yoki, okay, I'm sorry, I have to put on this too. Yoki, it just no more thing, but I think A tier. You guys must be wondering why. Come on, it's basically a puddle but egg form and super chill with chickens. It's how rare it is. That's it's causing me to put it more lower than usual. It is super rare. All the time I play Summoner 2, I only encounter 2 or 3. Like, that's it. Like I play the game so many hours, I only managed to get, I think, 2 or 3. That's all I got the whole time. It's just a pain in the butt to encounter. And it's when you do manage to get one, its benefits are pretty good. Like, the hens will produce much faster. Their egg production will be chunkier, I guess. And then you gotta break it, and then that's how you get the Yoki plorts. So there is a process here to even, get its plorts. So there's a lot of benefit to getting a Yoki slime, but it just, I have to put an A tier. Its design is super adorable. It's definitely part of the, and how would you call it? What line? We call the elemental line, like the fire, the water, Yoki? Because Yoki sounds like the elemental quotation. It's flooded slime. I don't know, but it is part of that little category. The sub-race of slime. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Sub-race. Next we got the shout slime. Okay, I'm gonna put an E tier. The main reason is that there's not really much benefit to this slime, honestly. It's a pain in the butt. I don't know how much its plort's value in the market, but the only main use of the plort, and the money of course, is that you could use them to open the shadow gates. That's it, and that's so tedious and annoying. It's the main reason I'm putting so low on the list of this slime. There's not much benefit. You just throw something at the slime, it pops out the plort, and that's pretty much it. You can't fat pack it. There's no other abilities it may have. This shell slime, twin slime, I think there's like, how I would describe it, a much more knockoff version of the quantum slime. I'm sorry. And the first thing that comes to my mind is candy. It looks like a freaking candy drop you put in your mouth and eat it. It looks delicious every time I look at it. It's cute, but it's not something that I really like. I'm not really a fan of it. I wish they'd done more to its abilities. It's an interesting concept, but I think its execution, they should have done more with this. Do something similar to the quantum. Maybe it does do some form of teleportation a little bit. Nothing much other than that, but in game it does switch colors a little bit between blue and reddish. It's nice, but I wish they'd done more with the slime. That's all. Slumber slime. Oh, I love this slime. It's just so cute. Since the update for the Into the Labyrinth, the slimes can now sleep, which is so adorable. Honestly, I don't know what sort of benefit slimes get when sleeping. I don't know. It's more a downside because plort production will slow down. But all you get is this cute, adorable little slumber boys just sleeping. Anyway, side tangent here. I think I'm gonna put it up into the A tier for Slumber. Main reason, this is probably one of the few slimes that has probably the best Largo variations. Combined with its happy, it's so freaking adorable. Like any combination that you give a Slumber porch to whatever slime, you will get probably the best combinations ever. I think that's why I'm putting it so high on the list. It's just so many cute designs you could think of with this slime. It's just adorable. Downside is that it will cause any slime when it's agitated. It will produce a farting smoke that causes anything in the radius to fall asleep. So big drawback. That's it mainly. But other than that, it's dark variation. It's saving grace. It is so cool. In fact, I think I have a corral full of just happy slumbers, and yeah, that's it because it's so cute. Like, in fact, I would have put on my ranch as a slumber Largo sanctuary, but I I just can't because there's other cute slime variations, Largo variations that I could do other than slumber. Slumber just probably default for me. I would just go for not just easy plorts, but just sheer cuteness. So yeah, Diviners, that's my tier list for Salamander 2. What do you think? Was my list fair? Do you disagree with me? What's your tier list? Please let me know. In fact, I wouldn't mind doing a tier list for the first game. I've done it before, but that was years ago, so I wouldn't mind updating that. So let me know. I'll be more than happy to do that. Share your thoughts down below. Like always, stay wiggly. Yeah.